Welcome to another episode of Navigating Your Unretired Life. If you haven't seen us before, then you're in for a treat because we're going to review how we started in April of 2024 and how we are connecting with people and how we're learning that what we really need to do is connect with you. It doesn't have to do with a whole bunch of views, a whole bunch of subscribers. It just has to do with you and how we're helping you in developing, great content that gets you from where you are now to where you want to be. So, who are you? Okay. We are focused on helping retired folks, people 55 plus or 65 plus, who are now having to navigate their retired life and realizing that they need more income. So we're real focused on that group of people. Where did you know that 30% of the people going into retirement in 2024 had less than $30,000 a year to live off, which is not very much in considering the changes, the inflation that's going on, and the uncertainty of the times and the health risks of getting older and then getting wiped out by some chronic illness. So we are here for you. So I'm going to go right ahead and I'm going to start with our very first. I think our very first video was really one of the best ones because it really kind of lays out the whole quest and the whole promise of our journey. So without further ado, here we go. How do you navigate your retired life? Hello, my name is Art Johnson, and that's what I'm here to help you with as I navigate my own retired life. Been doing this since 1997 at age 50 then. You can do the math now, and I'm still cooking. And I've just started a whole new venture called Navigating Your Unretired Life on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you where we're going with this and what's in it for you. So here we go. So we're talking about navigating your unretired life. Here's an introduction. My name is Art Johnson of New World Communications. My business has been in existence since 1997, decade after decade, navigating different parts of this whole world. And we launched this today. This is our new launch, our new first video of our new channel. And we're taking another pass at YouTube really successfully and learning how to navigate through this whole framework of beginning with the end in mind, which is your peace of mind and your thriving. So here we go. We're introducing you to the concept of unretirement, what many people are now having to face. The retirement picture for many people retiring in 2024 at age 65 plus is a challenge for several reasons. Just over half of Americans over age 65 are earning less than $30,000 a year. The cost of living today is much higher, and although Social Security and Medicare help, many people cannot make ends meet financially. Because people are living longer, they need more income to do so. So after the honeymoon of going into retirement is over, many people are now having to face the challenge and opportunity of how they're going to live out the rest of their lives. So welcome to the concept of unretirement. It's about retired persons having to unretire themselves and learning how to address the retirement crisis as the unretirement opportunity. So that's what we're talking about, and that's what our channel is about. Let's talk about the retirement challenge first and some of the key parts of this situation that may seem familiar to you. The people I've talked to have really talked about a loss of purpose. They don't know what they're doing. They had a sense of purpose once they were working for somebody else. But now that they're unretired, now that they're retired, like, what do you do with your life? What's my purpose? Many are bored. Many are really lonely and feel like I don't know what to do. I feel so alone, and I'm suffering from loss of income, not making the ends meet. I'm fighting a limited defeatist mindset, that makes me feel like there's no use. Is this as good as it gets, kind of stuff. People are experiencing a loss of hope and faith. And people are, when they think about going back to work, they just think about how frustrating that has been. So, they're really frustrated about this whole workplace. And they're frustrated people in general. Some are very depressed. Like, what am I going to do with my life now? And part of the problem is an older economic thinking that is, saying, I've worked all my life, all these years. Is this as good as it gets? I thought my retired life would be better than this. So it's the same old unsustainable story, particularly as they're learning how things are falling apart, how the whole economy based on fossil fuels and all the war that keeps on happening after promise of peace has been kind of there's a lot of dissension going on across the planet. So let's look at the unretirement opportunity. And one of the things I'm going to share with you is a newfound purpose. As I've been navigating my unretired life, I found new ways to express myself that are really fun and really exciting and really fruitful. So I'm really excited about sharing with you some of this. And there are many, many people that I've met who can share some of their front runners as unretirees, who some of which are older than I am, talking about what they've been doing and how they've been navigating their lives and the promise that it holds for the rest of us. And part of that is to build community and fellowship with people. Instead of being lonely, there's a whole community of people out there. Do you know that on YouTube, that 9% of YouTube users are 65 and over? And so I don't see a channel for them. I don't see a channel for us. So we can develop that. And also there's whole net new income possibilities. I'm an entrepreneur, so anything that looks like a challenge to somebody can be an opportunity for others to do some really good work and to really serve humanity really well. And that involves a creative and unlimited mindset, abundant mindset that really looks at new ways, new technologies, new ways of thinking about things, new ways of using resources, human resources, material resources, the sun, the wind, all of that good stuff. And a whole new renewed faith and hope as society continues to morph and change, and a whole new way of thinking about the workplace. I call it workplace inspiration. I work in a virtual world, a hybrid world. My feet are firmly on the ground, but I'm talking to you across the internet, and I meet inside a virtual architecture. So there's really new ways that we can work that are really, really fun and very fruitful and gainful. And so we're going to be sharing the experiences of really inspiring people. We're inspired ourselves to just do this. It's really exciting. And there are whole new ways to think about the economy, new ways to understand how we start to work with our AI assistant partners and how we can navigate our world safely and and do some real good. So what we're talking about is evolving a whole new sustainable story about the way that people are navigating. And this is not just 65 plus people, but it's across generations, across genders, across communities, across market sectors, across the planet. So, how do we get there? Here's how we get there by navigating your unretired life. I want you to just think about that. That's the name of our channel that we're just starting. And our new channel is going to have some really amazing co-created YouTube programming, gaining focus from you and your journey. Now, what I mean by co-creation, well, I have a background in broadcast public television, but I got really inspired when I discovered YouTube and all these cell phone devices that have broadcast quality, ultra HD capability, and new ways to produce some high quality content that is learnable. I'm learning how to do it, and I'm going to turn around and teach you how to do it. And this is going to be really an exciting journey for you. And then via our powerful suite of e-learning services, we've been developing these as instructional designers and now as chief learning officer of my company, that will really help you navigate your life, your unretired life, and via powerful transformative events with our sponsors. By this time we get there, we'll have a significant audience, which will be attractive to sponsors and program underwriters and affiliate partners and all of that. That's going to be really fun. And so we're going to really be doing some amazing global strategic partnership building uh, across the planet. So stay tuned for what next. And that would be talking about our amazing co-created YouTube programming and channel development plans. This won't be a secret. We're going to out front talk to you about some of the subjects we'll be covering. And this is going to be really great. I'm going to stop my share now. So you can see where I'm going here. This was done in April 30th of last year. We were kind of worried that we don't have the vanity, what we call the vanity metrics, but I've been watching great entrepreneur Sonny Lenarduzzi, who says that doesn't matter. What matters is you're connecting with people. What matters that you care, that you, with your heart and your head, you're connecting with a small group of people who are really seeing they need to navigate. And that you can actually develop not only great content, via YouTube, but you can actually make an online course. So that's what I'm working on, an online course. And what is the course that you need? Say, for instance, from where you are now to where you need to go in your life with those key areas that I kind of mentioned: financial, connection, purpose. And there's no other channel that's going to be doing this but me and my channel and us. You're part of it, the co-creation of content. And we're going to be training and empowering you to produce great content. We've been doing this over Zoom, and we've been doing this over our Zoom has 100 seats, so I can do virtual conferences and trade shows even. And if you visit my website, you'll see I've been developing a platform for even doing that. And so, this is really good. So I want to talk to you about, knowing that it's not just one video you're going to be watching, but I have a whole channel. I have a whole what they call a playlist. And that video that I showed you was part of a whole playlist. So if you can just subscribe to my channel and then in your comments say playlist, I will then send you the link to that, and you will be able to get to that playlist. And you can go to my channel, Navigating Your Unretired Life, and you can get it that way too. But we're going to add you to the playlist. You're going to be the stars of some of our online guests that we, suites of things. And by doing this, we're going to learn from you. You might be already have some kind of front running interest or business even that we can help promote. You might have a book. You might have a dream that can be accomplished with the help of other people supporting you and seeing where you want to go. One of the things that you're going to see later right now is this whole thing of what's happening to our country, in terms of its current administration. And I just joined a campaign called 1 Million Rising, which really talks about the old kind of organization, nonviolent, non cooperation. in terms of this and how people mobilize to change not only this country and bring it back on course, but to change the planet. I'm a sustainable worker. I'm going to be going into this major thing called Solar Day. I'm going to be talking to some major solar providers and possibly offering them services so we can turn this puppy around. And we want to do this not only just with one group of people, usually the white folks. I'm an African American, and I want to do it across races, across cultures, across society. I want to do it across generations, across market sectors, across the planet. And I have the perfect suite of resources. Go to visit my website at www.newworldcom.com. And I'd love to talk with you. You can text or call me at 206-920-8067. You can email me at support@newworldcom.com. Let's talk. I really want to learn more about where you are as you're navigating your life, what some of the challenges that you have, what some of the opportunities you might see. And I'm here to develop a kind of an entrepreneurial mindset that's different, that's rethinking the whole thing, rethinking the way that we operate within a capitalist system, how we actually have a social capitalism that was that came out around the New Deal, even, so that we have not monopolization and takeover of the government, but we have a coalition of resources that spread the wealth and save the planet at the same time in a timely way. There's a lot of stuff that's lost already, species life, the floods. I mean, there's some obvious stuff. You can't deny climate anymore. It's here and it's kicking our butts, but we now have ways using technology and really innovation. We're going to tap into the innovation of people, and from all walks of life, the arts, from technology, so the scientists, the workers, the organizers, the people who are, who just care, the faith community, all of the folks that we can then mobilize and find really lovely roles for them to play in the liberation of our minds and our hearts and our country and the planet. So thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you.